let's put a stop to you slicing the golf ball. We're definitely not going to have too much fun or good scores on the golf course when we are slicing out of bounds 3 off the tee. So let's put a stop to that really quickly and show you what you need to work on first. So first of all, why are you slicing the golf ball? The reason that you're slicing the golf ball is because your club face is open to your swing path. So you're swinging across the ball with a face that's open to that swing path. So what do you need to change first? You need to change the face. We don't need to change anything else first until you start to close that club face. So let's get one thing really straight. If we just think about the left hand, the more we twist that to the left as we're coming into impact, and that also includes forearm rotation, the more we close the face. So if we look up the Adam Scott video in the corner, if we look at post-impact, it's almost like shaking hands of the target. You can't see the left hand. There's been forearm rotation. This left wrist has moved into flexion. It started to flatten and twist. And that's essentially what you need to do. If you're going to close that club face, you're going to have some sort of element to this. The toe passes the heel rather than the other way. If the forearms twist the other way, the heel would beat the toe, the forearms and the wrists twist the other way, and you would leave the face open. So first of all, we need to make sure that you are already doing that. If you're not, that is one place that I would certainly start by looking at. The more we rotate and twist, the more we're going to close that club face. So the more we rotate and twist, the more we close the face. The more we go the other way, the more we open the face. We want to twist that club face closed. Forearms, wrists, twist. Twist. Badge of the glove, twist. Twist. That's going to start closing the club face. If we can then do that, if we can then start to implement that just before impact, twist, shake hands with the target. If we can start to do that, we are going to start to straighten out the ball flight. So that one was a nice little draw there. Twist. Twist. We're going to straighten out the ball flight. We're going to start to close the club face. We might even start to hit some draws. Pretty straight with that one. Let's go again. Let's try and see if we can do that a little tiny bit more. Let's see if we can get this ball to draw, which is good. The trouble on this hole is on the right hand side. So if we can start to close that face, we start to move it away from the trouble. Get that rotation. We can see that one drawing really nicely there and working its way into the middle of the fairway. So essentially that is something that I would start off by doing. If you slice the ball, you're leaving the club face open, and that is definitely one of the places that I would start to work on. Close the face. The golf ball is going to give you all the feedback you need. If it's still slicing, you need to close that club face more. So other things that I would be checking, this is less club face related and much more to do with how your body is going to work. So when you set up, one of the things that I would really make sure you do is start with the head and the chest tilted behind the golf ball. Because if we don't do that, if it's too stacked, and what I mean by stacked is head and chest is in line with your pelvis or your belt buckle. If it's too stacked on top of one another, we're probably going to get to the top, and again, everything's stacked on top of one another, or your upper body tilted towards the target too much. And unfortunately, if we do that, if we start stacked up, tilted left, that club and the hands are going to want to start drifting this way. They're going to want to move out in front, and if you combine that with that face that's open, you're going to get big high slices, you're going to add all the loft, you're going to add lots of spin, you're going to have high right side misses time and time again. So once you've got that club face in a good position, we want to start with some amount of spine tilt. So if we start with a club down our chest and our belt buckle, we want this club to tilt and touch the left calf. So it's not much, it's only a few degrees, and then that puts the chest and the head slightly behind the hips. From there, if we turn really well and this left shoulder turns across the way, we coil more behind the ball. And again, we can see this in this video in the corner. The better you coil behind the ball, the more likely you're going to be to have a nice downswing, good swing plane, consistent path that isn't coming across and down. So if we can get the club face good and start to attack the ball from a better angle. That is really going to help you and even put you in a position where you might be able to hit draw. So start with step one, get the club face in a good place. Then we're going to go here, tilt, club down, coil behind the ball, and close that club face. Closed it a bit too much there, but if you slice the ball, I would much rather that you close too much rather than not enough. So again, let's give that another go. Let's go for a big high draw this time. So we're tilted back, coiling behind really well. Upper body stays behind, and we close that club face. There's a high draw to finish that off. So that's certainly a way that you're going to hit a high draw, stop slicing the golf ball, and keeps it pretty simple. So try out these things in this video. Let's start getting you hitting high draws. Close the face first, then get the body working in a good place, and everybody has a chance of doing this. And if you found this video useful, please do click that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the description link below if you would like a free swing analysis with me via the Skillest app, which you'll see here on the screen, and check out the channel for many more videos on how to improve your driver.